looking at Blackstar's ID Core 100 and ID Core 150. Now you might be familiar with Blackstar's ID Core line of amplifiers. It's the best-selling line that Blackstar has ever released, and those were in 10, 20, and 40 watt versions. They were compact and really feature-packed. A great complement to any guitar player's arsenal, or a great standalone amplifier for any guitar player. What we have in the 100 and the 150 models is the expansion of that line. So not only do you get higher power, but they've given you an expansion on the features as well. The ID Core high power line doesn't just expand on the power or the volume of the amplifiers, it also expands on the features. For instance, the ID Core 10, 20, and 40 had an ISF knob. Now that's a tone knob, and it stands for Infinite Shape Feature. It's Blackstar's patented tone shaping knob that allows you to go all the way to one side and make the amp sound more American, or turn all the way to the other side and make the amp sound more British. The ID Core 100 and 150 give you that ISF knob, but they also give you a full 3-band EQ. Now what that means is that you can shape the sound of the EQ of the amp, but then dial in nuanced details with a bass, middle, and treble knob, so that you can make the amp sound exactly how you want it to sound. Now the ID Core 100 and ID Core 150 still keep those same 6 great voices from the other ID Core line of amplifiers. You have a couple of crunch settings, a couple of overdrive settings, a couple of clean settings, so regardless of if you want pristine cleans or high gain overdrive, you can get those in the smaller and the high powered ID Core line. What you also get is 3 categories of effects: modulation, reverb, and delay. And you can choose from 4 different versions of each of those and play them at once. So you can have a reverb, a delay, and a modulation. What they've added to the ID Core high power is also an octave effect that sounds really great. You can pitch it up, make it sound like a 12-string, you can pitch it down and make it sound like a bass. It's a really cool effect, and it sounds great in these ID Core 100 and 150 amplifiers. They've also added a looper, and a looper allows you to stack sounds on top of sounds and to record something and then play over your own playing. Now that allows you to embellish the sound of your guitar playing in a band context, or it allows players to practice at home and be able to set a rhythm and then be able to practice over the top of it. The ID Core 100 and 150 also come with an emulated line out and an effects loop. So everything about these amps is made for the stage, it's made for performance. It's loud enough, it's feature-packed enough, and it is the sound of you. And one last thing, the ID Core 100 and the ID Core 150 have a USB out, and what that allows you to do is to use these amplifiers as an audio interface, or you can connect them to your computer and use the Insider software for creating and saving your sounds in these amplifiers. Now that's the ID Core 100 and the ID Core 150, an expansion of the ID Core line from Blackstar amplifiers. For more information, check out blackstaramps.com.